is the end of day 3 of the first test match between India and New Zealand being played in Bengaluru. And boy, has this test match been moving at the rate of knots, because you say day 2 is the moving day 3 is the moving day. Every day has been a moving day so far in this test match. As things stand right now, India 231 for 3. It would have been 2, but it is 231 for 3, still trailing by 125 runs after conceding a first inning lead of 356 runs. We'll talk about what the history suggests and various things that happened, whether it was that partnership between Rachin Ravindra and Team Saudi for New Zealand, whether it was the dismissal of Yashasvi, Rohit Sharma, as well as the batting of Sarfraz Khan. But the first thing we will obviously talk about is that and Virat Kohli out on 70 on what literally was the last ball of the day. Thoughts?
19 years back. Similar. Oh, Stephen Harmison with a slower ball, one of the great balls here. Oh, Glenn Phillips, a straighter one, edging it.
I remember once a few years back when Virat was trying to get to his century. When he eventually got it against Afghanistan, he was having a very long drought of not scoring centuries. 71 again, I think it was 71 only, when a spinner's ball sort of did not rise and he had it on his pads and he was out. I think it was the ping ball test match. I think it was in Australia only, the ping ball test match.
In that, Virat got run out.
He got run out, yes.
I'm not able to remember the exact test match, but I exactly remember that he was trying to get to a century after a very long time and everyone was building up towards that. But then suddenly one ball did not rise and it went on his pad even below his knee.
I think he's talking about that South Africa test in 2021, the third test.
Newlands.
Maybe
his last test as captain.
Remember. So I just got the same
I got
feeling
it,
here because we've been waiting for a Virat century since a very long time, and then 70s. See, if he would have crossed 70s, then he would have definitely got to his century. But here I felt, and it was a very slight edge because he also didn't come to know about it. Because if he would have come to know about it, he would not have taken the.
You think he wouldn't have known about it? I mean,
An edge is an edge.
No,
Yeah, so he would have
going back,
yeah.
no, I think it is got to do with his recent dismissal, where he should have taken the review, and he did not take the review, and he went back to the pavilion. I think that obviously this against Bangladesh.
Yeah.
And that came to our minds that maybe when he went back, he must have thought, damn, I should have taken the review. And we were very surprised at that time that, if a Virat Kohli, you're one of the premier batters of the team, if you're not going to take the review. So that was the reason. I'm sure he knew, a batter knows, and we've discussed earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Because
There was
even if the whole ground, nobody gets to know, the batter for sure knows.
5 seconds to go, he belatedly took the review. Let's be very honest.
And not the
about
first time he got beaten by Glenn Phillips in this match. Because even a few hours back also, he wasn't really sure of which ball is actually going to turn or which is actually going to be a straighter one. He got an outside edge there also, but Ajaz Patel dropped a
He
chance
dropped
in the
that
first
sharp
leg.
chance, yes.
Yes.
That straighter delivery was troubling Virat Kohli. It was not the off spin, but it was the straighter delivery that was troubling him.
This didn't turn.
At the very start itself, he was really playing him uncomfortably. He started off uncomfortably against Will O'Rourke. Struggled, he tackled Ajaz well.
Yeah.
But he struggled against Phillips.
See, he was neither on the front foot nor on the back foot. This clearly indicates that he wasn't that comfortable against.
But
Glenn Phillips.
I think it worked for him on this wicket.
No, plus there is a serious sort of a flaw that you find against off spinners that Virat has had recently. Whatever said and done, you've seen it in the recent past as well. The Australian off spinner as well.
Nathan Lyon.
No, not Nathan Lyon. So the English
Bashir.
Bashir.
But no, he didn't play Bashir.
Tom Hartley.
Tom Hartley.
Little bit left arm.
No, not Tom Hartley. Who's the
Shoaib Bashir.
Moeen Ali. Because he didn't play any of them in
You're
that
talking
series.
about?
the off spinner?
From?
England.
Bashir was one.
Rehan Ahmed was the leg spinner.
Leg spinner and
spinner.
they played Tom Hartley.
But-
They played the whole set.
But Virat didn't play against any of
You're
them.
talking, okay, he's talking about Dominic Bess.
Best.
Best.
Best. Dom Best.
Dom
Dom
Best.
Best.
2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also Moin.
Moin also.
Yeah.
He was beaten through the gate in
He scored
Chennai.
that 75 odd, yeah.
Joe Root.
So,
Yeah.
correct.
Dom Best was there in 2021.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. So there is even in the recent past also, if you see, even in white ball cricket,
Yeah.
there have been occasions where off spinners.
For
have
Australia,
kind
Todd
of-
Murphy.
Todd Murphy.
Yeah.
Another one.
Aussie.
No, in the IPL, even very junior off spinners in that sense. Ritik Shaukin, if I'm not wrong, got him out on
Shaukin
one
played?
occasion. One.
This IPL did he
No,
play?
not this IPL. Previously, last to last IPL. Even
Maybe,
Ritik
maybe.
Shaukin, even off spinners who are not sort of reached there as of now, or who are not sort of broken out as till now, they also sort of.
But then credit to New Zealand to have gotten
Glenn Phillips.
Yeah, Glenn Phillips.
Even Glenn
to-
Phillips, not a full-time off spinner in that sense.
Exactly. In fact, you remember we were watching it and I was like, see, Virat is there, they've got an off spinner. Otherwise,
Yeah.
they would not have got him to bowl at all.
Yeah.
But knowing that Virat is there, you know that there is that slight weakness, they got him. He gets up. But my thing is, I don't know if you noticed, he changed his glove just a ball before that. Why would you do that? Like, I'm a bit for superstition. And you change your gloves when they become really wet, and now you have to bat for very long. Is the last over happening? In fact, it was the
Last ball.
second last ball. He changed it a ball
Before.
Second last ball. The 2 balls remaining. Just stick to those gloves, yeah.
No, you know what happens at times, what I've noticed, the batters, what they tend to do at times is that they do not change their gloves at all because of the superstition.
Yeah.
So after a point, they just start to get so wet that you have no other option but to
I
change.
know that, but it is 2 balls remaining. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
but I think there would have been another over if he would not have gotten
Yeah,
this
that's
because
that
there was
could
time
also have
left.
been a
Even
strategy.
No.
Yeah, Sidvi sir.
It was the last.
No, it was there when he took the over.
It was the last
reading
over
in
of the day.
commentary that said it's the last over.
Yeah.
But I'm saying at best 2-3 more deliveries here. And
Yeah.
if he had played that delivery, even if it was the last over, he's going non-striker, you take the glove out for some
Yeah.
time, it breathes, it becomes, come
No,
on.
did the guy who get the gloves inform him that what happened with Ben Stokes? That's why you better change your gloves. Because Ben Stokes bat jana tha Japan pahunch gaya China in Multan.
I saw
Or I'm
that.
sure, the broadcaster may not have, caught that thing, but Tom Blundell might have, changed
Swapped
the
the-
bails. Yeah, he would have swapped the bails.
But he did change the glove. That I know he did. Again,
Yeah.
this is no criticism at all. It's just that sometimes superstition and just like 2 deliveries to go, and see, all of us wanted Virat to have been there. It's a massive change. Imagine we're sitting here and talking 231 for 2 vis-a-vis now 231 for 3. Kind of changes the complexion of the match. But anyway, where the match is right now, we'll get into the nitty-gritties a little later. But from where we were here yesterday, where we discussed whether there was a chance or not, I don't think anybody was giving India a chance to win the match. I think I was the only one who was slightly more optimistic at that. Siddharth was the second most optimistic, but even he wanted that New Zealand should have a collapse in the first inning and then there is a chance.
Yeah.
If they don't, then there is no chance. None of that has happened. We did take into consideration that if New Zealand end up batting decently well in the first innings, that is about 380 odd, and give India about 3. We had put about 320, 330. It's 356, so pretty close to what we had seen, which is a true scenario. Could India have pulled out? Harshad is not there today, who wasn't giving India any chance, and neither did Siddharth. But at that time, it did.
1%, I hope you gave.
I gave 1%.
1%, but that was it. But are you sticking? I want to know, because right now India is trailing by 125 runs. They have 7 wickets in hand. And what it seems like, right, there is a very good chance that they are going to be giving a target.
Yeah.
See, at one point it didn't even look like you'll give a target. Whatever that target may be, it is. Some may think it will be 10, 20, 30. Some may say 100. Some may say 150. Some may say, but it does seem like that India odds-on favorite to give them a target at least. Where are you thinking for someone like you who barely gave them like a 2-3% chance at that time yesterday? Where are you now?
I will increase it to 10%.
Oh.
That's a big change.
Yeah,
10% chance of an India win.
Big-
By the way, just before he elaborates, this is keeping in mind that the weather is good for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
If the weather is not good, then obviously all our equations go out of the window.
Yep.
Like we did yesterday, we are assuming that you get 2 full days of play. Now
Yeah.
coming to your chances.
So 10% I've given because, as you mentioned, yes, New Zealand might definitely be batting second again.
yeah.
It does look
It has
like
to be
it.
a disaster for India
Yeah.
from here on. For New Zealand not to bat.
Exactly. I don't think we are looking at an innings loss as such. See, from now, another 125, you have to score 225 to even make New Zealand sweat. 100 plus minimum.
Yeah.
So
Minimum.
you need a target in excess of 150 would be ideal. Okay. Now look at how the wickets have fallen today. Okay, you are starting to see grip and low bounce. Okay, in the Chinnaswamy. Plus, you've got 6 sessions now. India, looking at the way how they are batted, there is a lot of time now.
Yeah.
You have gone at close to 5 runs per over. So, 225 in the next 40 odd overs. Let's assume from the lower order. There is KL Rahul. You may say it is 231 for 4. But if push comes to shove, then Pant will bat.
No, I would say give it a bit more than 40 odd overs. Give it 50 overs.
Okay, 50 overs. But
Or
still,
even 60.
So you've got another 138 overs still in the test match because of the way how it's gone.
Yep.
So it depends on what is the target. If it is,
What do you see happening?
I see India overturning the deficit, but somewhere I think the target won't be over 100. I think it'll be
that's
somewhere
okay.
about 18, 90 then.
Okay.
And that you still feel there is a 90% chance of New Zealand winning. Assuming there is no rain.
There
Again,
is
I
no
repeat.
rain. Yeah.
So we're keeping rain aside. There is a chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I gave India 10%. But if India can notch up a target in excess of 150, I'll raise it to 40%.
Okay.
Okay.
I give India at least 25% from here to win the test match. Because
So what are you seeing things happen?
What I'm seeing happening is I think that India at least should be leading by with about 200 odd runs by the end of tomorrow. Keeping in mind 100 runs, 110 runs each session tomorrow for 3 sessions. So leading by approximately 190.
No, so it
200.
usually is how it happens is 80-90 average first 2 sessions, but the third session is a longer one.
Longer one.
So you get about 120, 30, 40.
On
So
an
it
average,
evens
I
out.
think 200, 190, 180 leading by that much India and then going for the kill on the final.
So you're saying India back the 3 sessions,
Yeah.
which means India get about 320, 330 runs, which then means
More
you've got a lead of 200.
Yeah.
And you set a target of 200 and you have a full day to bowl New Zealand out and you see India.
Yeah, and I see big runs from Sarfaraz.
No, but then if you're seeing the match pan out like that, then why are you giving 25%? You should.
I'm seeing minimum 25%.
But you're saying the chances of what you just said, that is
Yeah.
India batting the whole day of tomorrow and then getting
I might
New Zealand out.
30%. I wouldn't be even surprised till now. I know we wouldn't be considering draw as a result as of now, but I wouldn't be surprised if that happens if India ends up batting the whole day tomorrow.
Yeah.
New Zealand then would want to maybe just survive seeing how the things go because India is playing 3 spinners, then pressure would be on the New Zealand side.
No,
also.
but I mean, for me, if you ask me, there's a least chance of draw, even
Yeah,
less than
yeah,
India
least
win.
chance. Yeah.
Because I feel that New Zealand will either win it
Yeah.
or they'll collapse.
Yeah.
Because in this kind of a pitch, and by the way, the day 5 pitch, which the way it'll be behaving, it'll be almost next to impossible to bide your time.
Yeah.
So either you score runs and win the game, or you get dismissed.
Yeah.
So either ways, you're having a winner. Draw only comes if you have reduction in overs because of
Yeah,
rain.
draw. I'm just giving draw about 5 to not even 5% in that sense,
Yeah.
just for the sake of giving it. But India, I feel really have a chance because I see Sarfaraz Khan converting the start into a very big one because that's what we have seen from him, and I expect KL Rahul to also get big runs, seeing that he's a homeboy. And he would want to do that.
Okay. I would give India just a 2% chance.
Okay.
That's it. Because I talked about New Zealand probably having a collapse this morning. They almost had a one when they were 233 for 7. But then we all saw what Rachin Ravindra and Tim Southee did there. What my concern here is that India are effectively 231 for 4 because of the visuals that we saw of Rishabh Pant when he was practicing, when he came out to, I think came out for a practice session after the lunch, during the lunch time. It did not look really, promising, primarily because of the fact that he wasn't moving that swiftly with his shot making also. So my concern is that India are effectively 231 for 4. And India will definitely go past the trail of 125
but
runs.
If he could not, I'm just isn't the replacement in case if you have got a replacement, so only in the concussion are you allowed to.
Yeah, only in
use it.
concussion you're
no
allowed
other
to.
injury. Here you can just keep. So which is why you're saying that they're effectively not confident of Pant, but they're just going to force him to bat to make something out of the game.
That's what the BCCI have said, that Pant will bat if required, and usually that happens in case of players who are severely injured or who have suffered a major injury and may just be required to bat at maybe 9th, 10th or the 11th position if the team needs them. So that is my concern, that India are a batter short.
I think it's more of a precautionary measure from the Indian team. Yeah, I agree to you. Even I saw those visuals. They did not look very assured in that sense. But I feel that is also just the trauma-ish effect, which when you just sort of hit your knee somewhere and then you have that pain for a couple of days. I think that will just subside as we move ahead in the test match. Rishabh Pant did not need to bat today. Tomorrow maybe. So I think maybe he will have to bat. So I think precautionary maybe just come way down the order. But I don't think there is anything serious in that sense.
If India had to realistically look at scoring 400 or 450 or 500, in their second innings, it was Virat Kohli who was the man who would have probably, gotten them there. And now that he is out and Rishabh Pant is not certain to bat at his usual position and he's obviously not fit, I feel that New Zealand are still in the box seat.
No, so here are those visuals. Maybe we can show it as well.
Yeah.
This is Rishabh Pant batting. Looks all fine. I mean,
No, there was, I think, the visual he's talking about.
which came on the broadcaster.
Yeah,
Just
true,
trying
true.
to sort of
It's
trying
not
to
the
see how
full-
much his knee can take there.
Yeah, but also trying to really judge whether but those are pictures, no? So that is fine. This is him practicing. I mean, clearly you will only get to know how he is once he is in the middle. You still would not know. You don't know when you're really hitting the ball around whether you're putting the total weight or not, or you're just trying not to put any weight right now because you don't want to aggravate it, and once you get down to playing, maybe you will give your 100%. So we don't know. So that's a conjecture, and he's put his concerns out, Siddharth in this case. For me, I had given India about a 15 to 20% chance yesterday of winning this test match. Despite the fact that they were dismissed for 46, I still gave them about a 15 to 20% chance. I will have to increase that today because they are going on that course which I expected them to go. I am a little disappointed, and maybe we'll talk about Indian batting. I think they could have been in a much better situation. But how many percent am I going to increase? I'm not increasing it by a lot, because even if Pant is there, I have 7 wickets in hand. I don't know, whatever said and done, to reach 550 anytime, reaching 550 is a big task. There is a reason teams don't reach 550. It's not got to do with conditions. I know conditions are very good. You can bat aggressively, because somewhere you have those mini collapses, or there is a chain of wickets that fall. And that, maybe Virat Kohli was batting now, I would have looked at it slightly differently. He's gone. There's Sarfraz. There's going to be KL, Rishabh Pant, Ravindra, Jadeja, Ashwin. All of them, can get you runs. They can be partnership. Many will say if a team Saudi could get you a half century, there's a good chance that an Ashwin, Jadeja could. And there's a good chance they do it. But for all of them, the only way I see it, if all of them come good, then you're scoring another 250 runs, which you need, right, to make the match that Shashwat is saying. So I am increasing, obviously, I'd given between 15 to 20% chance. I'm increasing it to about a 30% chance now that I see India do it, because it has to increase, right? If yesterday, without India batting, I was giving them a 15% chance. Today they have batted, and you've got, 3 half centuries already. You have to increase that. I'm going with a 30% chance. Draw, I see not happening. Unless, of course, rain comes and takes sessions out. It'll either be New Zealand who will chase down the target, or New Zealand get dismissed trying to chase. The confidence I have more is that if it is a 200 odd target, let's say just 200 or 180, I have confidence in the Indian bowling lineup for sure. I think in the 5th day pitch, with the way the pitch is and the fact that you're playing 3 spinners, your bowlers, if let's say they are chasing 180, I would increase my winning chance to about 60-65%, because I think India can do that. Indian bowling can do that. The only reason I'm not pushing it there, because I hope Indian batting can get another 270 runs with the 7 wickets that they have in hand, which is my more of a worry. It can still happen, because I think the pitch is very good, as Sarfraz is showing. But then once wicket falls, you don't know. But overall, if you look at it from all our analysis, where we were yesterday, where we were hoping against hope, and some of my colleagues were even giving 1%, and that's not a reflection on them, but general perception. I'm sure a lot of fans also watching hardly was giving India chances. Many would have just, probably even signed out of watching this match. This match has come a long way since then. And India, this is one thing that we've seen with this Indian team. A lot of times when they've had their backs against the wall, they have come out fighting and given the team a chance. Okay, now let's take a look at the Indian dismissals. We've spoken about Virat Kohli, Yashasvi, Jaiswal, Rohit Sharma. Because if they were not dismissed after getting good starts, maybe we were sitting here and calling it a 50-50 game. Who knows, India would have been here without any loss. So what do you make of that?
I think Rohit Sharma was very unlucky. That
He was transfixed.
Yes.
I agree it's an unlucky dismissal. Also, you can't blame him because you have to use those soft hands. That's how you play good spin,
You
and
think
that's
he
an
played
advantage.
with soft hands?
Yeah, I think that one was soft, and the fact that he left a gap between his bat and pad from where the ball sneaked in. That I feel now I see a lot of batters do it, because ever since DRS has come, everyone is so wary of keeping their pads away that gap. I thought it was soft hands, which is good, which is what allows the ball to just drop dead. But I also felt, I know a lot of people may not agree with me, I felt that or maybe I saw it too often in the replay, I thought he had that chance to kick it away.
He did.
I think he had
He had
that
a
chance.
chance.
A bit
He had.
more.
He had.
Yeah, bit more awareness. I don't know. I'm just trying to put Sarfraz Khan there, who's like a street smart, always active. If this had happened with him, I don't know, I have a feeling he would have just that last second.
Slow
kicked
reflexes.
that.
Shivam, let's just go up.
Slow reflexes.
I'll tell you,
I don't know,
there was an image.
Maybe I
down,
thought
down,
very differently then.
down.
I thought he played with
Yeah.
hard hands.
That one.
Because I'll tell you why. Because after ball took that edge, I think it travelled a lot. For that, I think
Yes.
he would have
See,
played with hard
he
hands.
pressed-
Why he wasn't expecting it to go this way, because he was playing with hard hands. And I think I feel that the way India was approaching, I think it was about more playing the big shots and all of these things, and Rohit did not expect that the edge would. You know why? Because as soon as you're playing with soft hands and something like this happens, you sort of, your instant reaction is to kick the ball away.
Yes.
That wasn't the case with Rohit Sharma.
But in this case,
Yeah.
the ball drops dead straight down.
Yes.
If you're playing with hard hands, the ball
First went
moves.
up and then it came down and hit the stumps.
No. I'm saying the ball dropped right down at the bat.
But
then it bounces.
But here the case was that it hit the edge there.
Yeah. But that's what I'm trying to say. So why do you play with soft hand? It's so
That
that
doesn't
those
travel
edges
that
don't
much.
travel.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
In his case, it drops down right there at the pitch. If he had hard hands, I think it would have gone a little further away
Further.
from the square.
He tapped it with soft hands, it bounced, and then what happened was there was an undulation in that pitch over there, because you continuously do that. No, it might have hit one of the bumps, came back up, slowly it came back down, and then it was slow reflexes. He should have watched Tim Southee.
I think it was. I still felt that he played with hard.
Today, Tim Southee 2 or 3 times, the ball is almost coming back onto the stumps. He was there, he kicked it with his feet.
Yeah, Saudi did it. I saw that.
Saudi.
Yeah.
No, that's
See,
why I feel
again, it's easier said than
I think
done
he was
for
transfixed.
Us.
Yeah.
So for us, see again at that time you don't realize. A lot of time, forget this. A lot of time you know that a batter plays and it goes, if it goes behind his periphery vision, you don't really know where the delivery is. Sometimes you run, the ball is there. We've seen it happen in the past because you think so we agree. And again, as I said, complete benefit of the doubt for Rohit Sharma, because he would have understood that situation better than all of us here. And maybe we have the benefit of watching it in replay, where that allows you that much time and sometimes can create that illusion that you may have time. Though I saw it in real time as well. I just had a feeling that on a given day some other batsman, I'm not saying his reflexes were slow, or maybe he didn't expect it or did have no idea like it went there. But somehow I felt, and maybe it is me hoping against hope, that why did he not kick it? Sometimes that clouds your vision. I don't know, but I felt he could have kicked
I
it.
think he wasn't expecting
He saw
it
the ball.
because he was playing with. See again, I think it was in the air also for a very long time. If he would have played with soft hands, it would not have been in the air.
Okay,
No.
by
It would
that.
have- if it was had the hard ball would have gone away from the square.
Or
It
did
is-
he expect the
that's how-
ball to bounce over the stumps?
No. I don't think he had that much time to calculate any of that. Like we have that benefit, right, of calculating. By the way, I don't even think he has that much time to even understand where the ball goes, whether it's hard or soft.
Yeah.
I don't think he's calculating. I'm saying whether he's playing with soft or hard. I don't think he's calculating that what which way I'm playing and where the ball will go. I don't think even that calculation can be done in his mind. You just react to what you do. You just play a spinner a certain way. If it was little harder hands, the ball wouldn't have come back, is what I feel. But even if whichever hands he played with, I don't think he could have calculated that I've played with, assuming he played, that I've played with hard hands, there's no way the ball is going. I don't think you can calculate that much further ahead in terms of where the ball is going. That is beyond your control.
Very unlucky, but he was looking good. 52 runs that he had scored. I mean, again, when you bowl short to him, he can murder you even now. I mean, that's 6 that he hit.
Any day.
And
even 20 years down the line, he will play the short ball same way.
he can.
Yeah,
he
though
Reflexive
Rook,
shot,
Rook, a couple of deliveries troubled him with
Did
those short
trouble
ones.
him.
I think that was also primarily because of that extra bounce.
Yeah.
I think he didn't really
Did
expect
you say
that.
what's his height?
Willow Rourke, it's close to 6'7". 6'6",
Wow.
6'7". Tim
The
Saudi.
ball is being released from 7
Seven
to...
some-
See, the shortest one amongst the pace bowlers in this is Matt Henry. Saudi is 6'6", because he's also quite tall. Tim Saudi. He may look puny on TV, but when you see him face to face, he's
Yashasvi Jaiswal.
terrible
Just
shot.
got a little overexcited.
Yeah, I think again, see, not taking the credit away from him. We all love the fact that he's an aggressive batter, and that's what actually helps him as well, and helps the team as well. We all enjoy his batting, and we also understand that aggressive batter will get out sometime playing aggressive stuff. But I thought today that shot was just awkward. It wasn't on.
Yeah.
I think danced also a bit early than he should have. Caught in no man's land. Could have spent a little bit more time before he took on the spinner. This wasn't the ball to dance down the wicket, to premeditate it, all of that.
Yeah.
Why again? Because I think he was another guy who could have taken the game away. Imagine if he was there at the end of the day. This man, at the rate that he plays, he would have gotten aggressive at the game.
Yep.
Him with Sarfaraz Khan both.
Imagine.
But there's one big positive of Yashasvi Jaiswal that I have seen in the last 3 test matches. He has, I think, finally learned the art of leaving. Something that we did not witness in South Africa in the 2 matches wherein he did not do
it
well
in
at all.
England against in the England series.
No, I'm saying it basically bodes well for India knowing that you are going to tour down under, and therein you would require a lot of balls to be left, assuming conditions are very tough.
Yeah. Should have left
Especially
that one as well.
Yeah.
The one by Ajaz Patel.
Yeah. See, the
Even
problem.
if he would have stepped down a millisecond later, I think it would have been in the radar. Because he was expecting that Ajaz Patel would have bowled a little up also. But as soon as he saw
But it
him
wasn't up,
dancing
no, at the end. Or maybe he saw him.
He saw him.
He saw him and he darted it flat and quick.
Way down. He was
Yeah.
almost quarter of the pitch there.
He was a bit too early in that, and that is why he darted it quicker and wider, and that's why.
Yeah. But which is why I'm saying maybe he'll
Yeah.
come with experience, that everyone loves his aggressive intent. He has all the strokes. He should continue to do that and should have been attacking today. But you can always find the perfect time to attack. Those bad deliveries, punish them. When the bowlers become predictable, punish them. Don't allow them that one slight chance, which he did. But anyway, that is how it is. Now to that first session of play, which has caused India a lot of grief, which is why you are in a situation where you're talking. Imagine if that collapse would have happened, India would have been ahead by now.
Yeah.
Yes.
India would have been leading already. Imagine where the game would have gone.
Would have been leading by at least 20 odd runs, 20-30 odd runs.
Yeah,
Indeed.
so easily a extra 100 runs you gave away in that period of play, and you gave them away really quickly.
Yeah.
Runs were coming thick and fast all over, whether it was Saudi. What do you think India did? Was it the bowling, good batting, that
Clueless captaincy.
Removing Bumrah after a very short spell, it made sense to continue with both Siraj and Bumrah, knowing that they were bowling well, but then maybe, and that's what I think Siddharth and I also discussed in the lunch session also, that maybe you want to preserve them, you want to make sure that they also get due rest, because it's going to be a long season ahead, 2 more test matches, then 5 of the tour down under. So I think India clearly a pace bowler shot.
It was also clueless captaincy, because normally you saw Tom Latham when he was captaining the side today. He had an in-outfield.
Yeah.
Rohit didn't have an in-outfield. For Saudi and for Rachin, he kept it both in. There was hardly any fielder. See, there's one fielder that we're seeing in the highlights. He's coming from long on, but mid-wicket is vacant. So go for the invitation. I will then do it. The fields were not proper. Rohit today suffered that same cluelessness which happened in that Hyderabad test match when Ollie Pope was going gung-ho. Isn't it?
But I feel that for that, yeah, I agree. Oli Pope thing you're saying right.
And okay, he could have been swayed by the fact that okay, the spinners were getting maximum wickets, the purchase was coming. Where Jadeja took Henry's wicket, so okay, go for it. But then, a tail-ender, why would you not want to get in a Jasprit Bumrah? Why? For 2-3 overs a burst, in 1 over, Saudi was beaten all ends up by Jasprit Bumrah.
Bumrah, I agree.
Bumrah, I also agree, but fielding.
The field. Now, you had your foot on the throat. You allowed it to escape.
Head of the snake.
Yeah, head of the snake.
I think after you were dismissed for 40 odd runs in the first innings, then you got really close to dismissing New Zealand. At that point, I feel it was about getting them out very quickly. And as soon as you would have opened the field up, then it would not have gone your way. It would have, again, maybe you would have gotten Team Saudi out a little earlier for sure. But Rachin Ravindra, it would have been easy runs
No,
for
but
Rachin.
He would
I
not.
agree with him on the field. No, you allowed Team Saudi to get into confidence very fast. He got
Yes.
his initial run very quickly. You know, this is a guy who's tentative. Initially, just, don't allow him that boundary because he's not the guy who's going to hang around to begin with, right? If you look at Matt Henry, like a typical bowler, they need quick boundaries to get that confidence and get good. If you choke them for quick boundaries to begin with, then they will give you a chance. But once he got a few runs with the boundary, then he settled down, then he was ready to play conventional cricket, which he did.
Today, India, Rohit was
Those were
also.
open singles those were open singles for
Later.
everyone.
But then you got him into
Later.
rhythm.
Later, he wouldn't have been looking for singles, is what I'm
Yes.
saying. Initially, they want a few boundaries.
You see
Later,
what.
he got those singles.
I
when
think
he
he would have
opened.
gotten frustrated and
Given you a
one
chance,
in.
just as Matt Henry did.
Yep.
Yeah.
You see, again, today your main letdown was Ravichandran Ashwin. Main letdown.
Tata?
Too full or too short. He tried the carom ball, it was too short. He tried a flighted ball, it was too full.
Whenever he tries to do something extra, it never works for him.
No, but because he's trying extra because the pitch is not offering.
Yes.
And you see him in the second innings. Today, by the way, Rachin, we'll talk about it that a little later, but just finishing up on Siddharth's point. So basically, all you want is Rohit now to come and apologize for second day in a row. He already has done first,
But
the
that was
second
really
day.
nice, nice or bad, I don't know that, but it was really different for
You know
him.
how he began the conference? Chalo talwar chalo.
Talwar chalo.
I know.
Yeah.
But it was really upfront because
chalo talwar chalao.
Talwar chalo.
Talwar
previous
chalo.
management, I remember every time before the series started, everyone came and talked, and as soon as you lost or anything, nobody came and talked.
But Rohit was captain that time.
No. Previous management.
The Shastri Kohli regime.
No, that time Shastri would come.
After losing a test,
Yes,
they
yes.
never came after losing a test
No,
match.
Ravi Shastri used to
On
come.
bad days, Ravi Shastri
did.
never came on bad days. He came on good days only.
South Africa series, it was
multiple
Ravi
occasions.
Shastri.
Sir, once.
Yeah.
But
Ravi
but
Shastri.
still,
South Africa series also
we
he started
have-
to win and then
We have sat here in this very studio because it has happened. We have praised Ravi Shastri also for coming.
yeah.
That whatever said and done, you can crack jokes, you can do whatever. He comes and faces
Yeah,
everyone.
he is-
Though I will agree with you that on bad days he would come on and off. On good days he would 100%
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
That I agree. But he also came on.
But
on
bad days, I don't remember.
The guy who used to
That's
come
okay, you
on
must be
bad
college that
days,
time.
the guy who used to
Even
come
with-
on.
No, school.
School.
Yeah, Ravi Shastri and I was in school. Rohit and this and I was in college.
So, the one guy who used to come for bad days on a regular
He used
basis
to come.
was Mr. Rahul Dravid.
Rahul Dravid also came.
Rohit.
Absolutely.
Since Rohit came.
Only Dravid, I mean, in
No,
that
no.
World Cup final.
No, but I'll tell you, even with even in the with Rohit Dravid era, not all the time. We also got a lot of time. The bowling coach, the batting coach is
Paras
also. Please, let's be
Fombre,
fair.
Yeah.
What era you're talking about, I don't know. Unless you're talking about a Gautam Gambhir era, because that's the only thing that's changed as the very first test match that it's happened. But good on, I agree with you, good on Rohit Sharma to have come out. And he was also expecting ki talwar chalengi, very set talwar chalao. Now come up with a question. Very candid, one in saying that I made a blunder. I should have, studied the pitch. But I don't blame him for that because it's not an exact science. There's no person who can read the pitch. Rahul Dravid has multiple times who's like a pitch nerd who spends hours looking into the pitch from his playing days. I remember even he accepts that it's not an exact science. You cannot figure out. The second thing I loved about Rohit Sharma in that entire press conference, he said so nicely that सबका bad day होता है. आप भी office में जाते हो.
Yes.
ठीक है, हमारा भी लगा.
The other part
that is something very endearing about.
The other part I liked was
365 दिन में से 2-3 दिन तो खराब जा ही सकते
खराब हो ही जाता है. क्या तुम लोग ऑफिस जाते हो तो हर दिन तुम्हारा अच्छा जाता है.
No, I agree. So, but now what do you want?
It would not have been only his call to do that.
Exactly. It was a total team call.
No, but because see, at the end of the day, the buck stops with the captain. See, everyone else can give suggestions. Eventually, he has to take a call. Whether it works or not is his call. So that he rightly accepted. But I want to know what Siddharth wants. He wants him to come today, second day in a array and apologize.
I don't know.
For that.
See, because he can give out some marvelous quotes. I mean, the third one that you said, Willow Root troubled you. Like, why do tall fast bowlers trouble you? यार अभी तुम लिखोगे कि tall fast bowlers trouble India, left arm fast bowlers trouble India, all of them. अरे, we got troubled. We didn't read the pitch well. Simple. यार तुम ही लिखोगे ऐसा. So that's
but I
why
think it's very courageous of a captain to come out in a press conference and say that it's a wrong decision and I'm hurting from it.
Yeah.
That's, I think, very strong words.
You can go back and see the press conference video that we have done.
Today were talking about this. Some friends of ours were talking about this, that if Virat would have been there, he used to talk about the fact that how will he actually take these questions that they have given to Rohit Sharma? How will he have reacted?
No, but you're trying to say Virat in his time.
No, I am not trying to say anything.
No, I'm asking.
I think he might have.
He was not asked tough questions.
I was part of the discussion.
Even during his see, firstly, one thing is that everyone is a different personality. You know, Saurav Ganguly was a very different captain to what Rahul Dravid was.
Yeah.
Their answers in press conference were very different. That is not to say that one is better than the other, right? Yeah. It's the personality that there is. Gautam Gambhir as a coach will have a very different press conference than before that Gary Kirsten had. Right. Does that mean there is anything? It's just firstly the personality. Secondly, it's not that Virat Kohli has not gotten asked tough questions. Yes. He has been. And there are a lot of tough questions that he's asked where, if you remember, I think Australia tour a couple of times he was asked where then Ravi Shastri had to step in and answer for himself. He's gotten into an argument also, but that's fine. He's
the South Africa series, I'm telling you, that one perspective of Virat is clouded by the argument that he had with that, I think in the tour of South Africa. How many matches did we lose? 2. I'm talking about only 2. That argument he had back and forth. I think either it was 2017 or 2021.
Also this World T20 World Cup, that would you drop Rohit and then he...
You're talking about 2018, yeah.
Yeah, but I think in that he handled it all pretty well. Most of the times he's handled it. I mean, I remember that press conference India, Australia, when they lost that series prior to the 2019 World Cup. He had a very mature response to some tough questions that were asked. So, see that one conversation which is memorable, unfortunately became a very negative one because of the confrontational mode that he got into. But India had lost that match.
But
so
I know this for a fact that they're very different. So Rohit will seldom get into a confrontational thing. It's not him. He will say it in his like, yeah, what are you saying? It's like something like that, and he'll be done. He also may not agree with you, but he'll say that and move on. Virat is a different personality. That you'll see in the field also. No, if there is some disagreement with the opposition. Like let's say the umpire gave no ball. His way of asking the umpire is, "Kya yaar, Viru, no ball diya kya?" Virat would have asked in a different way.
Yeah.
So it's just जो भी है. So thigh pad diya kya?
Thigh pad diya.
Leg by diya, whatever. So Virat would have asked in a different way. Yes, different.
It's fun doing a Rohit Sharma.
But it's not to say that Virat did not come in tough times. He did.
He did.
He did attend press conferences. He may not have accepted the pitch, but again, different.
Did he come for that PC when he was announced that he was stepping down as the captain, and then after that he came? That was a very tough.
He came, and that was a very different press conference of Virat.
It was
unlike Virat.
It was a maelstrom of a press conference.
And that was very unlike Virat Kohli. This I must tell you, Sidvi sir.
But still,
explain to us.
No, let's not.
Like what did you
say
think?
Things and you don't explain.
Explain
What
I'm just saying it was a very very different.
How?
How?
No, we also
Mellow, less aggression.
Then, if you're not going to explain, then you should not.
Then it's
if you would ask
conjecture.
me if I've sent something, I'll explain it.
Then it is conjecture.
Explain, please explain. Arey, bhai,
So please don't put me in this spot.
what is that to be in the spot?
Because if I explain, then I know what will happen.
But you felt that press conference is different? I know,
Yeah.
honestly, people would want to know.
Yeah, please.
We'll get to that.
The focus is on you. Please go ahead.
You say this and then you don't explain. That's very unfair.
Former Test cricketers always shy away.
Not for me. It's for our
The-
entire
for the
sports
millions and
family.
millions
Yeah.
outside.
Someday I will definitely.
So why is that day not?
I think
Former Test cricketer is not ready to.
He's gone into a shell.
No, his career is over. So what is the point? He's
No,
thinking,
my
No,
career
he
has
wants
just
to.
started.
He wants to maintain his
"Arey,
image.
test career, yaar.
I don't already want to be again called names.
You are called names. Who calls you names?
People when we have this topic.
In a comment section.
Yeah.
That's okay. That means you matter to them. I tell this to you. If people
But then,
call you names, that means they value what you're saying.
Now viewers also start commenting, please Shashwat, come on Shashwat.
They are see, they are asking.
You let the cat out of the bag,
Don't,
man.
if you don't want to listen to me, it's fine, but at least listen to them. How is it different? You can explain it very.
I just felt like
So what were the regular Virat Kohli press conferences like, and what was different?
regular press conferences weren't that expressive. In
Okay.
that sense,
Oh.
it was just to the point. I'm just saying it was just to the point.
Okay.
It wasn't extra information and extra stuff that.
But I felt
talked
that
about.
expressiveness was never an issue with him.
No, expressive in what sense I'm talking about expressive? It was just to the point. It was just things that matter to that just need to go out just for the communication basis. There was nothing else to it.
Okay.
But in that press conference, I feel like what I felt at that point also was that many things happen in the team and stay in the team. Like for example, that Anil Kumble thing happened.
Yeah.
The whole thing. Never did Virat talk about it. Neither did Anil Kumble talk about it. And
No,
that
but
is-
Anil Kumble did mention a lot of
Very-
points in his resignation.
in his resignation, but that
Yeah, but he
resignation
said
wasn't
not
to
on-
come
That
out.
one tenable
not to press.
relationship.
Yeah, and it wasn't to come out. That resignation wasn't to come out. Internally, anything can happen in the team. That is fine. That I'm pretty sure.
See,
still now
Anil
happens.
Kumble was okay in admitting that I had an untenable relationship with the captain, but then when the same question was asked with Virat, he said that I'm not going to say anything that includes
They
the
did
team
not-
matters.
The things never came out. Nobody, I personally don't know what actually went down there and whatever things happened, and that is really good. Things should not be coming out.
So what
of the
happened
team.
in the second press
In the second press conference, he was very eager to share. See, what I think was that once when something does not come out in that sense, it stays in the team. Then when it comes on you, the same way it should be treated. It should not have become that big, and obviously the sympathy at that time was with Virat, and like it should have been. But it should have been done and dusted inside the team. I think it just came. He was very. I still remember there was this instance where a journalist was about to ask some questions related to the thing that happened, and then the journalist did not ask that question. Virat Kohli himself said, "No, please go on, complete the question. I'll answer it." So that was really unlike.
So what's wrong in being eager to address an issue? He wants to.
No. Then that's how.
Then he should have been all the time like that.
Yeah.
He was never eager to address.
He was never eager to address outside noise in that sense.
Achha.
Outside noise,
Okay,
the
fair
word that came via these two only.
Okay, fair point. If that's how you felt, it's your opinion. You should. That's why I'm saying you should share it. No, with that's why they come here.
I'm definitely.
But a
Come to
quick
disagree.
question, I think, before we move to comments. Is it really a make or break innings for KL Rahul tomorrow?
No.
Oh no, I don't think so. Good question though.
I think by the press conference that Rohit addressed yesterday, we have given KL, he's found that spot. We want to give a long rope in that. So I
Yeah.
think it's not a make or break for KL.
And plus, after every test match, why should it be make or break also for him?
Yeah, we
Why
are not
after-
in that.
He's had a good series in versus Bangladesh.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Pretty decent series,
So
yeah.
before that he was injured, was having a decent time versus England as well. Before that had a good South Africa series as well.
Yeah.
So why should he be up for? And the fact that you have, you're not even disrupting his batting position. And maybe is that, and you are ready to disrupt Virat Kohli's batting position and Sarfraz's batting position and not KL Rahul's batting position. Does that tell you that maybe the team also wants to safeguard, his form so that he can be a consistent member of the? Maybe
Exactly.
I'm not saying it as a bad thing. Sometimes you want to give confidence to your player, and if you feel that he's under the pump, if he gets to bat at the position that's good for him, which will allow him to get runs and come out of that pressure situation, then a lot of captains will do that. So is that also giving you an indication that maybe the Indian team does want to invest in him? And I think especially for someone who's had a better record overseas than at home, you cannot go to a BGT without him starting. Maybe after 2 test matches you take a call, runs don't come, and the results also doesn't go your way, then it's another thing. But I don't think you're not going to start.
And I heard this yesterday also, there were many opinions about this, that Rahul has been safeguarded in that sense, and it should have been, you should not be safeguarding a player in that sense. But I think it wasn't wrong, again, because he was under the pump all throughout that time. He got runs very recently, just a previous test match. Now suddenly sending him at number 3 would have dented his confidence, in the sense that he would not have gotten the runs. Then we would have been talking that innings was just a one-off innings. So I think in that sense it's fine. You want to give a player a longer rope on a specific number. Whereas for Virat Kohli, it was just a one-off test match. He has played at number 4 all throughout. And like Rohit mentioned in the press conference yesterday also, that these are the times when a senior player can, in that sense, sort of step up, and that's exactly what Virat Kohli did, and that was absolutely great.
Was that normal Virat behavior or slightly different?
No, that was also different. He would not have, we talked about this one day.
So you're saying, so what has changed? So Virat would have not accepted?
I'm not saying anything has changed. I'm saying that we talked about this fact that players would never change their numbers in that. Like you told us that Sachin would never go to number 3, would still play at number 4. So this was something that he did for the team, for a good cause.
So no, this was normal Virat behavior or different from usual?
Let's not go there again.
But I'm asking you something.
This is normal Virat.
Normal.
behavior.
See, he's a team man.
He's a team
steps
man,
up for the team.
He steps up.
He stepped up whenever you asked him.
And I think this was his first 50 at number 3.
T20 cricket, you asked him to bat for the team. The way he did it.
Great in the final, he definitely did.
No, all throughout all throughout that T20 World Cup.
In the final, we won because of him.
But I'm saying all throughout the T20 World Cup, he played the way the team asked him to.
Jasprit Bumrah, Hardik Pandya, Surya Kumar Yadav hold my beer, isn't it? Just because of Virat you won, isn't it?
Did we say
50?
this was sarcasm?
I hope so, it was sarcasm. Those guys won't understand your sarcasm.
But you know,
No, but he played a crucial inning.
He
that
did
day.
play a crucial innings.
Have got
From 50 or 40.
But wasn't it a scary situation when he was on 50 or 47?
48.
It
But I'm
was.
saying because that day nothing else was clicking.
Yeah.
And there was an Akshar who was ensuring that the
Yeah.
team is not.
47 of
I
29.
missed one more name, that Akshar Patel, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And Rishabh Pant. And that knee.
Yeah. I think Dubey also came and backed.
Dubey whacked a cameo. I think it was 20 of 11, I think he had something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, let's turn our attention to your questions. For those of you joining us late, we did discuss where India stand in this test match right now, and each of us giving the chances of what we see might happen in the next 2 days. You can check that bit as well, but time now for answering your questions. AS asks, whenever there is criticism, 46 for 10, you give your position to Sarfraz, number 3 पे 70 बनाना है, and shots versus left arm Ajaz. SRT Ganguly would never give, no.
Number.
So he is saying that
Virat is the king.
Yeah, now I understood. He is saying, see, look at Virat.
Yeah,
That
that's what we
bigger guys would not have given their position, whereas by the way, AS, if you saw a video yesterday, we did spend a lot of time praising Virat for doing that. We did. So yeah, we're in agreement with you, absolutely.
Rakesh Bhushan. YJ, Yashasvi Jaiswal should trade playing long than playing cameos. Sarfaraz looked at East today because of playing marathon innings in Mumbai Maidan. When it comes to spending time and playing anchor, this lot lacks discipline and we need to accept that.
But to be fair, Yashasvi has also played big innings.
Yes.
Overall, if you look at domestic, he can. But he has a different style of playing. By the way, I don't see too much of a style difference between Sarfraz and Yashasvi. Both are very aggressive batter. Today, we haven't spent time on it. Maybe this is a cue. Sarfraz, the way he batted, again, he's under the pump. He's right now coming out where he can even get a pair from there to start getting runs. And I absolutely loved how he started tackling Ajaz Patel because he was on top. Having picked up 2 wickets, on the top of the game.
Back-to-back
Sarfraz
sixes.
saw those deliveries that he needed to sweep. In fact, he was going for a hat trick of that. Missed the third one. So absolutely brilliant. And then they changed the field, and then he started playing conventional drives as well.
And I wouldn't be surprised if when we talked about what is going to happen in the match going forward, I see Sarfaraz converting this into a big inning.
Yeah.
Because I feel Sarfaraz is somebody, maybe if not the most aesthetic one as far as seeing his batting is concerned, but he knows how to score runs. And I feel like any day you just wake him up and he can just go out there and score runs. And this is something that he would not let an opportunity to go. Till now, he hasn't won a game for India. Maybe this could be this opportunity.
No, you see, even he realizes that he is not a certain
Regular,
starter for India. And the best way he can do that is by grabbing hold of the chances that he gets. And then come whatever, I think KL will start. But if you reach a situation which you were just talking about, you have to make changes. You'll have him in mind, of course.
So do you see a double century from him tomorrow?
Oh, could be. But there is more chance of that not happening than it happening, is what I was trying to
It
say.
could very well be a match-winning double
double
century if
yeah,
that
that's
happens.
right.
It could very well be
Yeah,
that.
It
Yeah.
would be a double
But I'm saying the
century.
chances of a double century vis-a-vis him not scoring would be rare, because double centuries are rare, right?
Yeah.
So there is a reason why they're rare.
That was double
He can, of
century
course.
in the
I'm
third
loving the way
innings.
he's batting right now.
Double century in the third innings in India.
Yeah, it's a rare thing. If he does that, it will be an
Boss, this
outstanding
is not
Like-
video
like-
game cricket. It's
like
test cricket.
Today, Rachin Ravindra's inning, it was, I mean, you've got a lot of overseas batters coming and scoring runs in India, but the way he did it, so comfortable against spin. And the one thing that you never see overseas batters do it, most overseas batters will come, you sweep to effect and get runs. He uses feet, brilliant,
exactly.
absolutely
It
brilliant.
shows his Indian genes.
Yeah, or maybe like people said, what is the big deal? You've got 100 at home, many people get it. You've
I
also
know.
got one.
He's got a 100 at his home ground.
So that's what I said. No, I said, why you said it?
200s no.
Scoring hundreds at home is no big deal.
I know.
Losing your feet, very few in the world.
Yeah, he's got 200s at his home ground.
Very
Yeah.
good.
His average is close to 95.
Yeah.
Yes.
He plays spin really
Have you
well.
done a video on that?
Yeah.
Please check that out.
It's
All
going to
things-
be uploaded in a while. It's getting edited. Yeah.
Yeah. He scored 100 in that World Cup final. I mean, World Cup match against Pakistan here at
Yeah.
the same
He scored
venue.
80 odd in the first World Cup opener too.
Yeah, but I'm talking
No,
about
this ground.
This ground. He
It's in
scored
the
100. Yeah. Now he's got 134, but best 130, which might help New Zealand in their
And his
36 year
home ground is also not too far. Chennai.
He's,
IPL.
yeah.
Come on, yeah.
Weather,
Now you
my
never know.
goodness.
I've
But
Because
again,
nowadays IPL grounds are home grounds.
home
huh?
grounds, yeah. See,
Earlier,
that's why Virat
Ranji
is
grounds,
a.
Were home
Ranji
grounds.
grounds were home
Yeah,
grounds. Nowadays,
that's why Virat is a Bangalore boy. He's not a Delhi boy anymore.
In
That's
that,
RCB.
in that
But there's
video,
no debate. You're saying as if you're saying we have not debated. We have established that long ago.
in that Ravindra video, I'm also going to talk about his preparation in the lead up to New Zealand's subcontinent. Sojourn. They played 2 test matches in Sri Lanka,
Yeah.
and now they're going to play 3 in India. So what was his preparation like? Where did he actually practice? He actually practiced in India. I'm not going to tell exactly where he did.
Wow.
But then there's going to
You
be
check the video out. It'll be uploaded
details of it.
very shortly.
He did have a bat even in Greater Noida, by the way.
No, but that's not the thing.
Okay. Sandeep Anand, what do you think Sanjay Manjrekar tweet on Rohit's captaincy?
Yeah.
Where he said he lets the game drift away and should take a leaf out of MSD captaincy.
You did talk about the
I
fact
did
that
talk
he let the
about
game
it. He
slip
looked
away.
clueless. Rohit looked clueless today and
Yesterday.
even today.
No, so what is the conspiracy here? If Sanjay Manjrekar saw that he was letting the game drift, he tweeted about
And he
it.
tweeted and he's absolutely spot on.
Unless he's trying to draw that, how can he tweet against a Mumbai? I don't.
But didn't MSD?
I think that's what he.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I don't understand the.
I know. And he just wants our opinion on the Sanjay Manjrekar tweet.
No, but I
Yeah.
agree. But I'm saying the opinion is established by us in the discussion. He felt a certain way. That's what Twitter is for, to express your personal opinion.
Take a leaf
What
out
is surprising?
of. Yeah. The surprising thing is he should take a leaf out of MSD captaincy.
But by the way, that is the only thing that I would disagree with. That there were a lot of times that in test matches, MSD let the game drift.
Exactly.
But I
In
think
test
you're talking
matches.
White ball, he should have been proactive.
Especially in overseas
Wide ball,
conditions,
yes.
yeah.
Wide ball, he was very sharp. MSD, no
Yeah.
doubt about it. Would never.
Anticipated stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
And
in red ball, there are
Do
times
you
he let
think
the
that
game.
have you seen that with other captains also, that captains who are good and proactive in red ball, white ball cricket, they sort of tend to struggle in red ball cricket? Is that because of the pace of the game? and how you
No,
should be
no,
proactive
I'd
in
explained
sense.
that earlier. I felt with MS, especially in MS, well, I think with Virat it was slightly different.
Yeah.
In red ball cricket, he was
Yeah.
far more proactive than in white. But I tell you why that happened, because my assessment to that, I've mentioned it earlier as well. It is a difference between an aggressive and a defensive captain. In my dictionary, MS is always a defensive captain. When I say defensive means he's trying to ensure there is minimum damage.
Yeah.
And then overcome it. So it's like if I was to explain it in footballing terms, you're playing a game where you're saying, okay, I will score a goal, but I have to ensure I concede less, because every goal that I concede, I will have to score another one. So it's like those kind of, teams that play football saying, we're going to focus on our defense, no goal going, but yes, we will try and get a goal and win 1-0. That is
The Italian
approach.
mindset.
Yeah, so that is the approach that MS would have, which works in white ball, because in white ball you reach a stage where no matter what, batter is going to dominate. So you minimize damage while you're fielding, whatever can be, and then if they have got below par, if you've restricted them for below par, you chase it by doing it above par. Whereas in Test cricket, that approach doesn't work, because in Test cricket you have to be proactive. It's not about minimizing damage, it's by taking initiative, or how I try and figure out, because time is of no problem, right? Enough time, teams can think. So now I'm not trying to restrict them or choke them, I need to do it.
It all comes down to the pace of the game.
Quality of
And
bowlers
exact
also.
opposite in Virat's case, wherein in Test cricket he's aggressive, so he's trying to get the field, and no matter what, if the runs are going, get my fast bowlers in, bounce him out, so you're pushing the game, you're making it move. But that same approach in white ball would cost you, because batters would then end up scoring a lot of runs. You're always chasing something bigger than.
And also quality of bowlers. That was the major thing in that.
No, I think, so again, that also I think comes down to what you're saying, the style of captaincy. I don't think MS Dhoni did not have the quality of bowlers. I think he liked bowlers of that quality.
Yeah.
With Virat, he developed
See,
such bowlers.
he
Virat-
developed, but then look,
Dhoni
a
always-
Umesh, a Varun, and Umesh Yadav and a Varun Aaron formed a score.
Dhoni.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now
Varun
Zahir
Aaron
got
also
injured.
did
Zahir
not
got
develop
injured.
in that.
Ishant was raw. How would you mold
But he
him in that
liked
sense?
bowlers like who sort of, just come there and just swing it a little percentage bowler.
He would look for his spinners to
Yeah.
come as fast as
Yeah,
possible.
yeah, yeah. And with Virat it was different. He wanted out and out raw fast bowlers.
But again, priorities changed at that time. Priorities were different in 2011-12. Priorities were different in 15-16.
No, I think that worked for him. This worked for him. So whatever works for us.
Karthik K from the US says, is KL still junior player that seniors should step up?
Junior in the sense, I think, yeah, he's junior in that sense. As far as
No, but it's not
cementing your team in
junior.
there.
It is basically the situation he
Yeah.
finds himself in international cricket, where there's a lot of pressure on him. But he's not a junior. For sure.
10 years of international.
I don't know why. I mean, it made sense for KL to bat. I don't know why Rohit Sharma said that we want to give him a number 6 position.
Yeah, I see. If I was captain, I would have got KL to bat at 3.
Yeah.
Because while again, there's merit in all arguments. We discussed that earlier. Why at number 3? Because Virat is my primary batter. I let him bat in that position at number 4. On this subject also, forget about disagreement here, but that is the beauty of cricket. Even international cricketers, I was seeing, they differ. Some people thought that no, it was a bad idea to allow that. Some thought no, this is a good idea. Right? I think Anil Kumble is one of them who said bad idea.
Bad idea, yeah.
He said no way that I would have allowed Virat to move. But that's, as I said, is the beauty of the cricket game.
I think it's also about seeing it from two perspectives. I'm
Exactly.
looking at this from a larger perspective. I'm looking at this moving ahead.
That's
in the
what I'm
5
saying.
more
There is
test
no
matches.
right or wrong
Yeah.
answer as such, right? It's pretty much how you see the game. And
Yeah.
So yeah.
And there's a reason why I asked that KL Rahul question to everyone, because personally, I would also want to give him a long run at number 6. But if he does not do well tomorrow, I think then it's going to be the case that he's not really stepping up consistently in those crunch situations wherein India really need him to. That's where I think the alarm bells would
The
be ringing.
problem is public
See,
memory
this
is
is
very, very short.
This is a crucial situation in a match, because if he gets to a good 50 or 100.
No, see, it has been made, it's a very, you may say, a very dodgy, crucial situation. You are already playing behind the game when you're 46 all out, my friend. Even if you fail here, your first innings failure is the main reason why you're in this position. It's no point blaming a KL in that particular instance.
It's not about blaming him. I think it's about the point that Harshit or maybe Bhalla had mentioned earlier, that he if India loses, he's going to be the scapegoat. He is going to be the first one to be dropped.
India
That is
always,
the case.
India always wants scapegoats. Whoever is the lesser one of the lot.
Pakistan cricket.
We may be separated by a border,
I
but the
do
mindset
agree
is
with
the
you.
same.
Yeah, I agree with
No,
you.
there's a big difference.
No,
in
the,
it.
no,
We are stable. There is anarchy.
Do you have a mentor who sits in selection meetings and then gets dropped himself?
no, but he was
don't-
never in the that sense.
I mean, there is anarchy. Here there is
He's there
stability.
via-
But whatever, yeah. Can it happen? Any normal player?
He's part of, there are two groups there basically. They have now
but that's
eliminated
what I'm
one
saying.
group, now the second group is in
No, but
power.
this doesn't happen.
Here there is a row and co. There is
They have won a
something
test
else
match.
also. Yeah, they have won a test match today after 44 months at home.
On a ninth day pitch.
Yeah, on a ninth day pitch.
Ninth day pitch.
A guy,
Which is the pitch that they should have made in the first test match.
yeah.
Why
It was a
would they
typical
serve up, bro?
subcontinent.
a guy who worked in an airport, sold mobiles, took 9 wickets
Have you done that? Have you done that?
after this test match. There was too much to do anyways. Then another guy who's forever perennially been sidetracked took 11 wickets.
Ask him
today.
how many videos has he done through the day.
No, I was.
I'm asking you.
No, the way I told you na, that there was.
You should have.
I wanted to.
You should have left that ball outside the off
Wanted to,
stump.
but they're not letting you do, is it?
No, I was about to.
No, we
You should have left that ball outside the off
we
stump.
never
Shashwat.
say to him,
Every
don't
time I see him, he's on the chai shop outside. He goes some 10 times to have tea.
No.
That's all he does.
Whether Pakistan is your beat, na?
Yeah.
Pakistan is your beat.
Company. Gives company to everyone.
Yeah.
Anyone who has to go, he said, I will join you.
No, I never done that.
Always there for food.
You should have left that delivery outside off stump, I'm telling you.
Aisha has a comment. Nikhil sir, do you think Rohit Sharma, Gautam Gambhir got the same treatment yesterday which was served to Virat Kohli and Shastri during the time when India were bowled out for 36 in Adelaide? They had a thumbnail with only
Good point though. Good point though. I think India got a lot of flack for 36 all out. To be fair, 46 all out has not.
Yeah, that is true. But I think the conditions and situations are different. Indian cricket at that
You already
time,
batted
Indian
once on the pitch, you got out for 36.
And that came as a bolt from the blue. It's like
cricket,
unbelievable.
you were about to
Here,
win that test match.
Huh.
You were not about to win, but yeah, you were somewhere.
You are
no,
50-50.
but you're right. I think the point here is valid that you had already batted, and it just that particular. And there was nothing that suddenly drastically changed. It was that one phase of play, which just was unbelievable. Here, when you saw the way the ball was flying around, even though if you see the start, they had spent a good 30-40 deliveries already without losing a wicket, right? So they knew that it was going to be a tough task. By the way, we did point out that while it was tough conditions, India should have done better to those 2 hours. Maybe you would have lost a few wickets, but if you had been a bit more careful, you would have lost 3-4, and the rest of your batting order could have piled on. It may not have been a big total because you had lost your wickets, but I think if you had really applied yourself, first innings, despite the fact that you got 2 really bad hours where you may have lost, you could have been 40 for 4 or something possible, but you could have eventually got a 150, 160 sort of a total, and the game would have looked different. Most teams would have done it.
And another major difference from Adelaide to Bangalore. Adelaide, most wickets came off very good balls.
Yeah.
Hazelwood, all wickets of Hazelwood, barring Hanuma Vihari. Everything was in that channel outside of. Kohli was a bad shot against Cummins. All the others, if you look at it, even Bumrah chipped it up. Of course, you wouldn't expect much of
relevance
Bumrah.
that test match, relevance of this test match, plus you were in a very Indian cricket was in a very different situation then. Now things are very different. Now you're a World Cup.
But in sports today, Aisha, we have given all the criticism.
But I will tell you the other difference.
Yes.
Because that happened with you on 36, coincided with you losing the match. So it's like together everything. Here what happens, 46, but you're still like, okay, let's see what happens. Let's see. So had it both the result as well as that collapse coincided, like if this 46 would have been second inning and you just lost after that, then it would have got all that.
And also, 46, I mean, the criticism's even more harsher this time around, I would feel, because who gets out of 46 at home?
See, I did include a tweet when I did the Twitter reactions of India's batting collapse. You can check out that video. And Cricket Australia had tweeted that is 46 all out, the new 36 all out.
Yes.
वो मजे ले रहे हैं.
Mazedar, so that other tweet was
They
there.
started with the BGT. money.
Yeah, they have started in full swing.
The best tweet
Not
of
just
them.
them, the players also.
The best tweet of them all was Fardeen Khan and Anil Kapoor. Best tweet of the lot.
Oh, yeah, I did include that.
No entry.
From the movie, no entry.
अच्छा
थोड़ा नीचे बोल के कितना नीचे खींच लिया यार. Okay.
If you want to know what that meme reference was, do check out a video that
Do check out the
Siddharth
video,
had done.
yeah.
Pango from the US says, do
Do you see Steele? Steele,
in
follow.
our batting order, are we
being too optimistic?
Achha,
Man, this is next level SMS typing. WhatsApp
No,
typing.
I do
into
see
me,
Steele. I think you saw Steele from the Indian batting lineup just now.
Now, yeah.
So, of course, I do see Steele. We'll have to, I think the test also awaits, which is why I was being a bit careful in terms of, analyzing where India will finish, because for you to post 550 is no mean task. Everyone really needs to come good. So, we'll see what happens on day 2, and we'll, of course, be, day 4. We'll, of course, be, I meant like day 2 of Indian batting. So, we'll see you guys tomorrow. You want us to take one more question?
Imi
Okay.
K.
Amy K from the US. Please take it.
It's tough for India to get out of this situation. Panel, what's one word to describe my favorite Nikhil Bhai? Maybe a podcast about his journey?
Arey, Amy K, yeah, thank
Sure.
you so much. No podcast about my journey. I will do podcast about journey of a lot of cricketers. That's
Yeah.
exactly what we've been doing regularly, and we will
Starting
continue.
with Shashwat.
Special
Good
episode
idea.
number 1.
Good idea, Siddharth.
You are writing a book. Your book. You will
On myself? No, I'm not writing. He is writing a book on how Indian fans should be.
Indian fans, yes.
I will write a
When
book.
is that coming out?
New Year.
This new year?
No, 2026.
December?
Yes.
It's really?
I've been going home and doing 400, 500 words every day.
What a man.
And at home also, when I was away on Chutti, I typed some pages.
Fanboy
For
moment.
some time, one day, whole day you were on India Today. for
Your
some
launch
day.
will happen live on Sports Day.
Oh.
Yes, I'll get a full.
Will you do it in the studio or are you calling somebody?
No, I'll do it here.
With us.
All
Like a
you
family.
guys.
You do not want the media to come and cover the event and all of
What will I will tell the media either you want to use it for other purposes or you want to read it. It's up to you guys.
that.
Okay.
What is the name of the book?
Name to was given by our
Yeah.
subscribers, isn't
What
it?
about the vlogging channel you were about to start?
Which blogging channel?
One vlog channel you were about to start.
एक book तो finish करने दो. Then after that,
One by
one by one, एक के बाद एक.
Okay, guys, take care. Bye bye. Good night. Nandri. Vanakkam. Shubhratri.
Ratri,
Shabba
Shubha.
khair.
Eat your
And
vegetables.
don't trouble yourself.
Bye.
Bye.